Very good afternoon to one and all. I, Dr. Latika Pinzarkar, on behalf of the Organizing Committee, Department of IT, Sri Shankaracharya Technical Campus, Bhilai, welcome today's chief guest of our valedictory event, Dr. Rao sir. He is Executive Council member from Puducherry section. So, sir, I welcome you for this valedictory event on behalf of the Organizing Committee.
Thank you very much, madam.
I welcome all the participants for this valedictory event to be held for the induction program titled as Data Science Analytics and Visualization Tool. So, to just brief about our institute, Sri Shankaracharya Technical Campus, Bhilai, Chhattisgarh, was established in the year 1999. And throughout its journey, one gem is getting added to our institute. Our institute is having an NIRF ranking. All the core engineering branches are run by the institute. They are all NBA accredited. And just recently, we have got the autonomous status too. The institute also runs a business incubation unit, which is the only one in the fourth incubation unit of Chhattisgarh. And around 20 startups are monitored by the BI unit of our college. And to just brief about the induction program conducted by the department, the refresher program, AICTE and ISB sponsored refresher program was conducted by us by the Department of IT SSC Bhilai under 3 phases. In 3 phases, the first phase was conducted during 2nd November to 7th November 2020. The second phase was conducted during 23rd November to 28th November 2020. And the third phase was conducted, this is the third phase which is we are conducting going on. Today is the last day for the third phase, which one is from 21st December to 26th December. So it was a great experience for conducting this AICTE ISP sponsored induction program upon data science, analytics, and visualization tools. Throughout the 3 phases, the experts from various reputed industries have joined the program as experts. They have given talks, hands-on session on the visualization tools concept and the machine learning concept, data modeling concept, data analytics concepts. From the academicians field, various experts have given their expert talk, their lectures throughout the 3 phases from various IITs, NITs, triple ITs, to name just few, IIT Roorkee, triple IT Nagpur, IIT Delhi, and triple IT Raipur. From these, the expert people have shared their views, have shared their knowledge with the participants who have joined the programs. So it was a great experience for us to conduct this program under these 3 phases. Now, I would like to request Dr. Jaspal Bagga ma'am, Head of the Department of Information Technology and Coordinator of this event, to welcome our chief guest, Dr. Rao sir, for this event. Ma'am, please.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Latika. On behalf of entire Sri Shankaracharya Technical Campus, Department of Information Technology, I take this opportunity to extend my warm welcome to Dr. Rao for giving his consent to grace this valedictory session. I think conducting an event and organizing an event is also a learning experience, because when we look for speakers, we discuss with them as to what we are looking for, what research areas we want, as we conducted in the 3 phases. So it was a great experience also organizing, and I hope, since the participants were different for all the 3 phases, we did not have common participants, and also since there was restriction on the number of participants from the host institute, it was a great experience having people from around the nation joining and querying the speakers, and it was a great, I think, learning experience for us also. So before I brief about our chief guest, about his profile, I would just like to brief about the department. Department of IT came into inception in 1999 along with the institute. It is NBA accredited thrice consecutively, and the institute is NAAC accredited, of course. We are having an intake of 120 in information technology branch, and we are having PG course in AI and ML. We've also established an exclusive AI ML lab with workstation servers and high-end desktops. with 8th generation machines, graphic cards, where we promote and we encourage students as well as faculties to take on thrust areas. So it is high time, like we needed to upgrade ourselves as faculties so that we can pass on this knowledge to our stakeholders. So I now would like to just brief about the rich profile of our chief guest before I invite him to the platform to address us. So Dr. Y. Rama Rao sir, he his graduation is in civil engineering from Andhra University, Visakhapatnam. His post-graduation is in environmental engineering from GEC Amravati, Maharashtra. And his doctorate degree is in environmental engineering from Amravati University in 2002. Then he's having a rich experience, academic experience of 17.5 years in Badnera, Amravati, Maharashtra. And he joined as principal in PR Engineering College, Vallam, Tamil Nadu. He's currently serving as principal in Dr. Paul's Engineering College, Vallupuram district, Tamil Nadu, since 2006. Dr. Rao is a National Executive Council member of IST New Delhi during the period 2017 to 19, and he was re-elected from Puducherry from the period of 2020 to 2024. Also, he is life member of various professional bodies such as IST, IEI, Institution of Public Health Engineer, Waterworks Association, Institute of Environmental Management, etc. He is also recognized research supervisor of Anna University, Chennai and Amravati University, Maharashtra for guiding the PhD research scholars. And he's guided 3 candidates already and 6 are pursuing under his valuable guidance. He's evaluator and examiner of various PhD theses at Nagpur University also. To just brief about his rich profile, Dr. Rao has published 60 research papers in international and national journals, and 44 papers are presented in national and international conferences. He's published 3 books. He's filed various patents, which are already published. He's also certified as academic leader by the Wipro Technologies Bangalore in pursuit of excellence in engineering education through innovation. He's received various prestigious awards. Among them, few are Best Governing Council Member of the Year 2017 from ASDF, Lifetime Achievement Award of the year 2016, Outstanding Educationalist Award from JCI Puducherry, just to name a few from the list. He has also delivered many lectures on environmental awareness also. He organized various conferences, FDPs, workshops, notably sponsored by AICT, AERB, IEI, etc. He's also editor-in-chief of International Journal of Research in Engineering, Science and Technologies, editorial board member of International Journal of Applied Management and Technology. Dr. Rao was also jury member of AICT's Chhatra Vishwakarma Award 2019, held at AICT headquarters. We are highly honored to have you, sir, amongst us. I welcome you to please share your valuable words and guidance and share your academic experience also with us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jaspal, madam. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible, sir.
Yeah. Honorable Sri I.P. Mishra ji, Chairman SGES DY, Mr. Jaya Mishra, President SGES UI, the most respected Director SSTC, Dr. P.B. Deshmukh sir, Head of the Department of Information Technology and Coordinator of the 6 days FDP program, Dr. Jaspal Bagga madam, Assistant Professor and Co-Coordinator of this program, Dr. Ratika Pinjalkar, other dignitaries present in this valedictory function, organizing committee members, dear participants of this FDP program. Very good afternoon to all of you. Dr. Jaspal Madam has given me a difficult task. I don't know the participants, they have taken the lunch or not, because this is the last day. They are in a hurry to wind up the program, and also lunchtime, their stomach is inviting them for the nice lunch. But anyway, since I accepted this to deliver the valedictory function, please bear with me for 20 to 25 minutes. Now the time is 1:17. Please bear with me for 20 to 25 minutes. I'm very happy to be the part of this valedictory function of the AICTE New Delhi and Indian Society for Technical Education New Delhi sponsored online FDP program on data science, analytics and visualization tools during the period 21-26 December 2020, organized by the Department of Information Technology, Sri Shankaracharya Technical Campus, Sri Shankaracharya Group of Institutions. I'm very much thankful to the organizers for inviting me as a chief guest to give the valedictory address of this program. I congratulate the organizers for choosing an excellent topic to train the faculty. Data analytics, data science and analytics is an emerging area. So everybody need to enhance their knowledge in this new field. So I congratulate the Department of Information Technology for taking an initiative to organize, to train the faculty. So I already told you, just I'll take 20 to 25 minutes because I am giving you the time because you have to bear with me. Because of teachers and politicians, they're highly talkative. Once they see the audience and they get the opportunity, they will go on talking continuously without full stop. Just they will do only commas. So, but I will not bore you. I'm not going to talk about the data science or analytics and the tools. I'm going to motivate you. How can you improve your professional career in teaching? So, first of all, I'll start with the 3 C's. First C stands for confidence. Second C stands for commitment. Third C stands for communication. You are appointed as a faculty member in an engineering college. You should have the confidence, because teaching is not a simple job. It is not positive to everybody. It is an art. Teaching is an art. Even if you take the university rank holder or first class with the distinction, may be good in subject, but they may not come in front of the audience to talk. They have the stage fear. They don't have the confidence, but they do. They have good subject. So that's why, first of all, you should have the confidence. The confidence in the sense, you should boldly tell that I can turn the sand to stone. I can turn the sand to stone. That much confidence you should have in your profession. The second C stands for commitment. You have been appointed by your management or your director as a faculty member. So you should give the commitment to your management, to your principal or your director, to your HOD or to your colleagues and to your stakeholders like parents and students, that for what purpose I have been appointed in this institution, I will do the justice to my profession. I'll keep everyone happy and satisfied with my work. So that commitment you have to give to your organization, wherever you are working. Yesterday, Dr. Jaspal Madam called me, sir, I want to invite you as a chief guest for this valedictory function. I found that I am free for this particular time. Then I gave the commitment. And some about 38 people are there in this program right now. I must do the justice for what purpose I have been invited, and I should not make them get bored. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you, I'm going to motivate you. How can you improve your professional career? How can you make a bright future? I'm going to talk about this one. So this is called as commitment. First C stands for confidence, second C stands for commitment, and third C stands for communication. In which language we are talking? For example, you take my case. I know 5 languages because I'm born and brought up in Andhra Pradesh. My mother tongue is Telugu. Of course, every one of us will learn in English, so we are familiar in English. I worked in Maharashtra state for 17.5 years. So I learned Hindi and Marathi there. And now I'm working for almost 18 plus years, 19 years in Tamil Nadu as a principal. I learned Tamil. So in which language we are communicating? That is immaterial. Because if I'm happy to speak in Hindi, but I don't know the participants. There may be participants from different states. If I'm speaking in Hindi, if the participant is not able to understand this one, then I am totally failed. So I am not doing justice to the chance for the invitation extended to me. So, my dear friends, if I'm talking in English, in hi-fi English, I'm a big man in front of the people in the society. It's not like that. Whatever language is you can speak, but whatever you want to convey, you must reach the audience. Whatever you want to convey, the audience must be able to understand fully. Then only I am successful. Otherwise, so let me allow to continue in English because I don't know the background of the participants. Okay, so communication, the body language along with the talking is more important. So confidence, commitment, and communication, my dear friends, believe in 3 C's. Then organizing this kind of programs during this pandemic situation, it is not easy. First of all, they have to contact the AICTE, ISTE, participants, research persons, and the further contact. So there are different issues. So organizing in this pandemic situation is a difficult time, and also a network program. Some participants may be in the remote areas there the network is not proper. So, and this Department of Information Technology under the leadership of Dr. Jaspal Bagga Madam, invited very eminent resource persons. I have seen the schedule. Very eminent resource persons from premier institutions like IITs, IIITs, NITs, and industries, reputed MNCs, not industries, MNCs, to deliver the talks. I hope that the participants have got very good knowledge about this topic, and certainly this knowledge will be useful to the in future to share with the colleagues and as well as the students. So, but you must take part in this kind of programs. I congratulate the department for choosing very important resource persons, very eminent persons from premier institutions for this program, and also they invited the doctor to talk on the stress management. This is very, very important. We work from the morning to evening. We get a lot of work burden and we get stress. And when we come back to home or when you are dealing with your friends and your colleagues, you will get angry sometimes because of the work stress. how can you get released? How can you get free from the stress? So I congratulate once again the department and the organizers for arranging a very nice lectures. And COVID has made enough damage in the entire world, in all the sectors like health, commerce, economy, industrial growth, employment, education, tourism. Everywhere there is enough damage. But we learned some good things because of this COVID. Now, I am in Pondicherry. Participants are different locations. The institution is located in Bhilai. So we are all connected through virtual mode. Previously, we are not habitual of this system. But now, because it is compulsion, there is no alternative. So, this kind of things we are. I am an academician for 35 years, 35 plus years, 1985 onwards. I am in the teaching profession, administration, and research. We go to the classroom with the chalk and duster. We have the chalk and talk method. Now, we are habitual of virtual classes. So there are plus points and minus points in chalk and talk method. There are plus and minus in the virtual method also. But I feel that the combination of that is called as hybrid or blended mode of teaching is better. Neither the chalk and talk is completely better, nor the virtual mode is completely better. The blended method is, I feel, better. I already told you, I'm going to motivate you. And dear participants, taking part in this kind of FDPs, workshops, conferences, seminars will help you to enhance your knowledge. It is an opportunity. So how can you do? You can become a life member of various professional bodies like Indian Society for Technical Education, Institution of Engineers India, Computer Society of India, IETE, like there were all for mechanical engineers, there are different options. So in your domain, there are professional bodies. So you become a member apart from the IST and the Institution of Engineers. Anybody can become a member in IST and IEA. So become a member and attend the workshops, faculty development programs, and you get another advantage. You get the connections with the new people and intellectuals like resource persons drawn from IITs, IITs, NITs, etc., and also think tanks. So this is the advantage of not only getting the knowledge, and also you get connected with the various eminent persons. IST, Indian Society for Technical Education, IST in New Delhi, is a professional body having 1.3 lakhs of right members, working in premier institutions like IITs, NITs, universities, and other technical institutions. IST regularly organizes the faculty development programs, annual conventions, conferences, seminars. IST is also publishing quarterly journal, Indian Journal of Technical Education, a very old journal. Even you people can contribute to the papers. I am the chairman of the publication committee. You can submit your papers for the IST journal. You can see the website. And IST sponsors the programs like along with AICTE. And recent now also the proposals are invited for the period 2021 and 2022. Even those who fail to submit, even though the last date is over, you can make an attempt. The last date was Sunday, so, day before yesterday, I think Sunday. You can try to submit the proposals, and it, AICTE and ISTE together they extend the financial support of up to 3 lakhs rupees for each program. So technologies are changing very fast. Okay, you have to equip with the new technologies and like IBM, SAP, Java, etc. Some years back, in 1998, that time SAP was very popular. I know that people used to pay 1.5 lakhs rupees to learn the SAP those days, even the Java. So now the new blockchain and this kind of courses have come, machine learning have come into this one. Hence, we need to equip with the latest skills and the knowledge. Otherwise, what will happen? You will remain as a backbencher. If you are of the opinion, whatever knowledge I am having, the subject knowledge or whatever knowledge I am having, this is enough to survive throughout my life in this profession, in this highly competitive world. I'm repeating it again. If you are of the opinion, whatever knowledge you are having, it is enough to survive in this highly competitive world, is wrong. It is not correct. It is just like a frog in the well. Who am I mandatory? Okay, so we should not think that whatever I have, this is enough. You have to equip with the new technologies. For example, you take a rat. A big bottle is there. The big bottle is there, filled up with the grains. The rat has entered onto the top of this bottle and felt that yes, lot of food is available. I can survive. Then with that opinion, it started eating this one. Then the level goes down. Okay, so the rat is going inside. The grains are completed. Now the rat cannot come out from that bottle. It cannot come out. So its life is over. So that's why, my dear friends, we should not think that whatever knowledge I am having, so it is enough. It should not be like that. So you need to adapt the changes in technologies. So I give one example. All of you must be knowing the chameleon. In Hindi, we call it as Gilget. In Marathi, it is called as Gilgata. In Telugu, it is called as I forgot the name. I'm sorry, I forgot. Okay, anyway, so chameleon. What is its property? If it climbs onto the tree color, the leaves color is green, so its body color changes to green. If it comes onto red color wall or building, its body color changes to red. Okay, we also have to follow this one. If the technology is outdated, some new data science is there, the data analytics are there. Okay, these are the emerging technologies: blockchain, artificial intelligence, big data. Okay, these are the new emerging areas. We have to change to that technology. Like chameleon changes its colors, we also update the knowledge. Otherwise, you will remain as a backbencher. So, you take another example, Nokia and Samsung. Some years back, Nokia was the market leader. Number one for the mobile seller. And later, Samsung took over Nokia. What was the reason? Nokia followed Microsoft as an operating system, OS, and Samsung took Android. And people felt that this Android is their user-friendly. Then they started buying Samsung mobile phones. So that's why when the technology is changing, you should always think that user-friendly technology. When the technology is changing, you have to change. So teachers, they have to update the knowledge, and also they have to produce skilled engineers. And I'm specifically telling skilled engineers, not merely just engineers. Not just engineers, the student who are going out from your institution, they should acquire the enough skills. So for that, the teacher also first equipped with the new technologies. Like by participating in this program, the people have learned the data science, data analytics. Okay, so first we have to equip with the new technologies, and then we have to transfer to we have to train the students in that area. Teachers also to parents to the students. So not only we produce the skilled engineers, we must produce the good citizens of the country. Good citizens, not only skilled engineers. We must produce the good engineers. So now, artificial intelligence, machine learning, cloud computing, big data, blockchain, Hadoop. So these are all the emerging areas. My dear participants, wherever you get the opportunity, you get equipped, you improve your knowledge. There are many people who miss it out to take part in this work because the participants' number is limited. Everybody cannot be accommodated. Okay, so you go and share. Go back to your institution, share this knowledge, whatever you acquired in this part of FDP, share with people, and your knowledge also. And you should be like a cell phone. What is the cell phone? Cell phone, we charge it, and throughout the day, or 2 days, 1 day or 2 days, we use it till the battery charge is there, till it get completely discharged. Okay, so once the battery get completely discharged, again you have to recharge it. Otherwise, it is of no use. But still, it is useful. How can we? It is just like a paperweight. Okay, but for paperweight purpose, we need not spend some 18,000, 20,000, or 40,000 rupees. Is it not? So, like this, if it is charged, it is worth. So, it is useful. So, teachers also, they have to recharge by taking part in this kind of programs. You have to recharge your knowledge, enhance your knowledge, recharge your brain by taking part. We should not be discharged cell phone. It should not be a dead weight. Okay. So, and my dear friends, whatever we have, the qualifications and certificates, the madam, Dr. Jaspal madam has introduced that Dr. Rao is having 35 years of experience and having the BE, ME, and PhD. What they use if I'm not doing the justice to my profession, to my institution, my stakeholders? What is the use of these certificates? Having the 35 years certificate is just like a paper. Keep it in the file. That's all. It's of no use. You should be useful to your society. Your qualifications, your experience should be useful. Okay. So you should have a vision. You should have an action. You should have a dedication, my dear friends. You should have a vision. You should have an action. You should have a dedication. You should have a big vision. Vision, I'm not talking about I vision. I'm talking about a different vision. What you want? You are the assistant professor. You are an assistant professor. You are a professor. You are a senior professor. So this is not enough in our life. You should have a big aim. You should have an ambition. You should have an ambition to become a vice chancellor of a premier institution. You should have an ambition to become a director of a premier institution. You should have an ambition to become a principal of a big institution. This is a vision. Small aims are big clients. Late Dr. Abdul Kalam ji has told. So we should always keep big ambitions. That is called as a vision. I'll tell you one small story. A multi-talented person. It is a real story. It is not a created story. It's a real story. A multi-talented person was one day invited to a reputed English news channel for just interview. How he achieved to this level. By birth, unfortunately, this multi-talented person is a blind person. By birth, he lost his eyesight. So he was invited to the studio, and the person who was interviewing invited him. Welcome to the studio. Immediately asked, "So when you lost your vision?" Then immediately in a very cool way, he has replied, "Sorry, sir, I have not lost my vision. I lost my eyesight. My vision is something different. I want to become a Muslim. That is my vision." So, my dear friends, when we are talking in English or any language, the language is very important. So, when you lost vision, it is not the person who is interviewing is reflecting on the eyesight. So, eye vision is different, personal vision is different. So everyone should keep a personal vision, a big vision. The second one is action. Simply keeping a vision is not enough. You should have the action plan. You are assistant professor. Okay, you should prepare an action plan to become a vice chancellor of a female institution, some assistant professor. How can you become? What are the steps you have to do it? You should prepare an action plan. At what time you can do it? So like this. So you should have an action plan. Then keeping a vision and action plan is not enough. You should have the dedication. You should dedicate yourself. You prepare a schedule. Yes, I've become an assistant professor. How can you become? There are some standards and norms. Okay, then you can become a professor, senior professor. There are requirements, qualification requirement, experience requirement. So there is a certain criteria. How can you achieve? Okay, so you should, to achieve that one, you should dedicate your time. You must dedicate yourself. Okay, so vision, action, and dedication. These are the three important things to promote yourself to be better levels. And just saying that BE, ME, PhD with 35 years experience, can I become a vice chancellor of a university? No, it's not like that. Just like you take an example of pizza. You go to the Domino's, you give the order for the pizza. You will not say that pizza. You will say that I need paneer pizza, I need onion pizza, I need so and so pizza, like that. Okay, I don't know much about these pizzas because I don't eat. Because in pizza there is a base. Based on your order, the person who will put the different kinds of materials, he will decorate the pizza by adding the materials, and then you prepare and serve it. Then only you accept it, and then you enjoy eating the pizza. My dear friends, in the same way, you have to decorate yourself by putting a lot of skills. One of the skills is by improving the knowledge. One skill is improving the knowledge. This is one part only. By taking part in this kind of activities. There are a lot of things which I am going to tell you. Now I am coming to the which I am going to tell you that I want to motivate you. Okay, I feel that you should improve yourself. If you are aiming, if you have a big aim, you have to improve in 9 areas. I'm talking about 9 mantras. I call it as 9 mantras. I'm not saying that it is Vedic mantras followed in Sri Shankaracharya Technical University, not done like that. I'm talking about Dr. Rao's 9 mantras. Okay. So if anyone is interested, just you can note down the 9 points where you can, because it is my own experience. I am 59 years old now. If I want to do something, I cannot do it because my retirement age is very limited. I cannot do it. There may be any persons who are there for the participants. They can improve now. At the last moment, if I would have done like that, today I can become a vice chancellor. No, not possible. After burning the hands, हाथ जलने के बाद में सोचा तो कोई फायदा नहीं है. तो जब टाइम रहता है वही टाइम में करना चाहिए. So I'm with my own experience. I'm going to share. I prepared 9 mantras. The first mantra is dedication to teaching. You want to be a teacher? Yes, you are a teacher. You want to be a good teacher? No, good teacher is not. People are talking that my so-and-so Sharma is a good teacher. Is it enough? No, it's not like that. You should not be good. There is something bigger than the good. It's a better. Sharma is a better teacher than the other so-and-so. Is it enough? No. Sorry. There is something higher than the better. Is the best teacher. If somebody is saying that Sharma is the best teacher in my college or in the best teacher in the department, is it enough? Sorry, that is not. There is something bigger than the better, best. That is unique. Sharma ji is a unique teacher in my college, entire college. He is not only teacher, whatever he teaches, the students will enjoy to learn, listen, his teaching. Not only that one, he is a good counselor, he is a good advisor, he is a good what do you call it as a resource person. He is an asset to the department. He is an asset to the institution. So like this, you should have different qualities. Not only producing 100% result or 95% result in the subject. So you should, the teacher should be a unique person by showing the talents in different and there are three categories of students in the department. One is a good student, moderate students, and academically weak students. Academically weak students. Okay. Now your skill is not to make pass the good student or moderate student. Your skill has to use useful in making the academically weak student. If there are 60 students in the classroom, you make all the 60 to pass. Then you are good. This one, what you call it, your teaching is good, excellent. The teaching. Okay. So otherwise, if you are making that good students, academically good students or moderate students, making them pass, it's not an achievement. It is not an achievement. Suppose if you take, let's see, the example of the NEET coaching, JEE coaching, this one, there are a lot of centers, branded across the country. Okay, they admit several lakhs of students. When the results are declared, you'll see the full page advertisement in the newspapers. The first 50 ranks, first 100 ranks. Yes, how many students are studying in these coaching centers? Several lakhs of students in about 300, 400 coaching centers. Okay, in that, if you are getting some 10 ranks or 15 ranks, is it a big achievement? So, my dear friends, it is not like that. Your achievement is like that. In your class, out of 60 students, who is the weak student, weakest student? You catch that student, you educate that student, give this training, and see that that student get passed in the university examination. Then that is your achievement. Okay. So this is teaching is the first dedication to the teaching is the first mantra. The second mantra is the publications, the research publications in a high impact journals, peer reviewed journals. The madam has introduced me that I have published about 60 papers in national and international journals. My dear friend, just whatever projects you conducted to the students with the UG and PG final year students, you convert that projects into a research paper and publish into peer-reviewed, high-impact journals, Scopus indexed journals. Okay. So, second point mantra is publications. Third mantra is involving the funded research projects. You identify, and now also I am doing one project, and whatever thought it has come in my mind, I am going to present to the government or National Highway Department. I am basically a civil engineer, so I used to teach highway engineering subject. So some thought has come in. Now I am going to preparing a proposal. So whatever thoughts is coming into your mind, put it into a research proposal. Send it to the funding agencies like AICTE, UGC, Department of Science and Technology, National Highway Authorities of India Department, anything. You send the proposal, okay, and request for the fund. If that, suppose if it is not possible, Bihar is an industrial city. You go to the local industries where it is possible, your thought can be implemented. You present to that office concerned people, okay, and convince them. Then expect from some fund financial support for the implementing that one. So whatever fund, whether it is 5,000, 10,000, 25,000, 50,000, or some several lakhs, it is immediate amount is not important here. But getting the fund from the agencies, not only from your management, so that is important. Involved in the funded projects. The fourth one is patents. You are conducting the projects with the students. UG and PG students, BE and LE students. Okay, don't ask the students to do on their own. They will go to the roadside shop. I call it as a shop. There are a lot of consultancy agencies are there who develop the projects and sell to the students for 5,000 rupees, 15,000, 25,000. Don't encourage the students to go to the roadside shops and purchase the projects. They will sell the project to your college students, and same project will give it to the other college students also. Don't. You dedicate yourself. Involve with the students. Do the nice, good projects. Okay. So that projects you convert. If you feel that it is innovative, there is some novelty or some innovation is there, convert that project into a patent. Apply for the patent. I already told you funding. So you got some thought in your mind. You send the proposal to this one, but thought you can convert it into a patent. Okay. So fourth mantra is the patent. Then fifth mantra is publishing the books. When you are having 5 years teaching experience, 10 years teaching experience, 15 years teaching experience, you are master in the subject. You are master in the subject. Why don't you publish the books if you are master in the subject? And if you are enhanced improved your knowledge by attending this kind of programs, why don't you come out with one book in your subject, interested subject? Suppose if you are not able to do this one, you publish the book, general books, which is useful to the society. Interpersonal skills. I published one book on enhance your interpersonal skills, IPS, interpersonal skills, not Indian Police Service. Okay, interpersonal skills. Think out of the box. My book is there. You can check in the Google, Dr. Vayaram Rao, enhance your interpersonal skills. So I'm not interested in my subject. I want to reach more and more public, right from child to the senior citizen who is sitting in the house. Okay, I published one general book, Interpersonal Skills, with small stories. Okay, so I want to reach more number of people, so I published this book. So the fifth mantra is the books publication. The sixth mantra is the resource person. Your institution has drawn the resource person from IITs, IITs, and NITs, premier MNCs. Okay, then why don't you become a resource person to some other organization? Okay, so you become a resource person because now virtual mode is available. You need not go anywhere. By sitting in your house, by sitting in your department, you can give the lecture not only in India, abroad. So, my dear friends, because share your knowledge, whatever knowledge you have acquired, you share with this society. So let the society get benefited. Seventh mantra is become a resource person. Seventh mantra is long-time learning. So teaching profession, you have to continuously equip. I already told you, I gave us a lot of examples. You have to enrich yourself with your knowledge. Okay. So teacher is always a learner. Teacher is a learner. You take a teacher, you write a teach word on one paper, put in front of the mirror. You find it is a learn, L-E-A-R-N. The image of the teacher is a learn. Teacher is always a learner. Now I don't know the age of the participants. Okay, so even today they are learning by attending the FDP. So seventh mantra is lifelong learn, and eighth is awards and rewards. If you are a unique teacher, if you are a unique person, if you are a good teacher, best teacher, okay, and if you are having some skills, you have filed a patent, okay, and you have did some innovation, you get the awards and rewards. Your management will honor you with the awards and rewards. Also, a lot of professional bodies are there. If your paper publication, if your paper is the best paper, you will receive the best paper award. If your innovation is good, best innovator. Okay, there are some organizations who will recognize your work. Okay, so get the awards and rewards for your excellency in this field, teaching field. And the last one is the 9th mantra is the membership in the professional bodies. Not only this one, you have to associate with the professional bodies, where there also you can receive the knowledge, even you can share the knowledge with the participant. So first mantra is dedication to the teaching. Second mantra is the publication. Third mantra is the funded projects involving the funded research projects. Fourth mantra is the filing the patents. Fifth mantra is the publication in the publication of the books. Sixth mantra is the resource person, because you have to share with the knowledge with the others, and lifelong learning, continue with the learning. Eighth mantra is the awards and rewards, and ninth mantra is the membership. And my dear friends, you will say that, sir, my principal is doing a lot of work, my HOD is doing a lot of work, my management is doing a lot of work. So I have to teach the subject, 2 subjects, I have to involve in the projects, to conduct the practicals. You tell a lot of stories, okay? So I don't have time to do all these things. My dear friends, remember 1440, 1440. 24 multiplied by 60 minutes is equals to 1440. Right from the President of India to the sweeper, everybody is having only 1440 in a day, not even 1441. How we adjust all these tasks within this available time? It is our skill. That is another skill. You have to plan it systematically. Okay, and I don't have time because I cannot do all these things. Then you will feel better. So adjust your time and then run. You have to manage your family also. That is true. But you have to adjust. Let everybody sleep, wake up and do the work. Normally I don't sleep before 12:30 or 1 o'clock. But whatever time I sleep, exactly 6 o'clock, my brain alarm, it will wake me. So 5 hours or 6 hours sleep is enough. You can see my face. You don't feel that yesterday I slept at 1:30. Okay, so your face will 5 hours is enough. And before I'm coming to the end, okay, so your brain always put whatever you see, either on the road or in the college or wherever you go, whatever you see, you should, why it is like this, how it is, why it is, how it is. You should put questions. When you're putting the questions, then only you get answers. Your brain will think, start thinking, and then they try to give the solutions. Okay, so you should have what is, why it is, how it is. So then finally, then I'll say that IIT. My IIT is not Indian Institute of Technology. My IIT is different. First, I stands for innovation. Second, I stands for incubation. And T stands for transfer. My dear friends, you should always get the novel ideas. That is called as innovation. Think first continuously. Okay, you get some novel ideas or some products. So it is called innovation. Innovate the things. Don't. I already told you projects. Think some idea. Get some idea, novel idea. Do the idea to share with the students. Guide them. Make it as a project, good project. That is innovation. Then incubation. Suppose a person, you have some good idea, but you don't have the facilities in your institution. Go to the industry where this you can MNC company where you can share, and then you can execute it and implement this idea, novel idea. That is called as incubation. Where the facility. Suppose I am a person, I don't have any machinery or anything. I have the idea. I can come to your institution where the facilities are available. So I will have the MOU with your institution. Then I'll execute this idea and I'll make it a product. So this is called as incubation. Then transfer. Once the successful model our idea, our novel idea is successfully executed, then why to keep it idle? It should be useful to the society. Then I try to find out the entrepreneur or industrialist where they can market it. I use them. I can have the tie-up with them with loyalty, 10%, 15% loyalty, whatever they sell the market, whatever the revenue they make it. So some loyalty I'll get it. So I will transfer the technology to the entrepreneur. So first I stand for innovation. Idea is mine. I execute this idea either in my place or having a MOU with the institution or industry. I execute it and sell the technology to the person who can able to sell. So that is transfer. So, my dear friends, internet is in your hand. Internet is the entire world is in your hand. You can do anything. Get the thoughts. How can you use it? How can you? What is the available literature? How can you execute it? How can you implement it? You think of it and use it properly. Use the internet facility. Okay. So in 1995, when first time I came across this internet and all these things, I was thinking that how e-commerce is possible by sitting in our house. How can we book the tickets? Because how can we get the money? How can we get the product in our house? I was thinking how this possible because our mindset is going to the shop, paying the money, getting the product. Going to the railway station, standing in a queue, pay the money, get the ticket. Going to the bank, fill the withdrawal slip, give the slip, wait for some time, and then get the money from the counter. This is our mindset. I was thinking how it is possible. Today, by sitting at your own place, you get anything. Keep your debit card or credit card in your pocket. If the enough money is available, you can go anywhere in the world. Today, if I want to come to if I want to come to your institution, Sri Shankaracharya Technical Campus from Pondicherry, I need not help anybody. Just I'll put Sri Shankaracharya Technical Campus below. So I know how much time it will take, how to go, what is the shortest route. I can reach you without asking anybody by taking the GPS navigations. GPS navigator. By putting this one, I can reach it. So, my dear friends, I request, humbly, I request every one of you, whatever 9 areas I told you, 9 mantras, okay, concentrate on this, okay, and develop yourself. You should be a unique teacher in this world. I wish all of you that you have got enough knowledge by taking part in this FDP program, and don't put a full stop to this one. Go on continuing until attend the various programs, enrich your knowledge, get connected with think tanks, intellectuals. Okay, and I am very much thankful to the organizers, particularly Dr. Bagga Madam, for inviting me to as a chief guest to share my some ideas, some thoughts with the participants. And I wish all of you in advance a very happy and prosperous new year. This 2020 has gone very badly, and let us hope that 2021 is going to be a useful and prosperous new year. And I wish all of you also a happy Makar Sankranti. Thanks to one and all. Thank you very much. And over to Dr. Bagga Madam.
Thank you so much, sir. It was indeed a valuable giveaway because you've shared your throughout experience and also the mantras which you share. And I think those mantras are very essential And for that, giving and acquiring knowledge throughout, only then it's possible to acquire all these things throughout. Thank you so much for sharing the valuable words. And I think your profile, which I read, I mean, you covered all those things and given us guidelines. Thank you so much. I request Dr. Latika to just share a brief vote of thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. I, Dr. Latika Pinjarkar, Associate Professor, Department of IT, SST CIBIL, would like to extend vote of thanks. I would like to first of all thanks AICT and IST officials to provide us the opportunity for conducting this program. I would like to thanks our management, SST CIBIL, for giving all the support for smooth conduction of this program. I extend my sincere gratitude towards our director, sir, Dr. P.B. Deshmukh, sir, for his support throughout and his guidelines for smooth conduction of this program. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to HOD ma'am, Dr. Jaspal Bagga ma'am, for coming with new ideas, for putting new efforts for smooth conduction of this program as well. I extend my gratitude towards organizing committee members for making this program successful, and last but not the least, the important part of this program, all the participants. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude towards all the participants for making this program a very successful program. So thank you one and all. I would like to thank Dr. Rao sir also for joining us as a chief guest for this validatory session. So thank you one and all for making this program a grand success, for making this program such a successful program. So thank you one and all. And I wish all
Thank you, Dr. Rao, once again. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.